What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host Josh. Make sure you give us a follow on social media. Our links are down below, and hang out until the end of the video to watch me do some comment shouters, and you might even see some bloopers. Today we are continuing our list with a part 2. It's safe to say that we like some good old-fashioned adult humor. We can handle it. It's funny. But is it funny when it's in a children's movie? That is the big debate, because some jokes that wound up in Disney will go right over a kid's head, but will have the adults cracking up inside. Let's check out some more examples. Here is Top 10 Hidden Disney Moments Only Adults Will Understand Part 2. Beginning our list, number 10 comes from the Disney classic Aladdin. In the beginning of the movie, we quickly learn that Aladdin is a thief. We see him running through the town, stealing things and trying to get away from the people he stole from. There's one part during the chase where he's being chased out of a house filled with all of these beautiful women. They all have matching outfits on, and the girls are not chasing him because he stole something. So why is he being kicked out? Well, as a kid we would never catch on to this, but he actually ran into a brothel. Or as our generation would call it, a house. A place where people engage in sexual activity with prostitutes for money, just in case you didn't know what that meant. In the animated movie, the beautiful girls gesture for him to pay up, but as we know, he is poor, so he can't. That's why they shoo him away and kick him out of their place of work. Now, this could just be a fan theory written by someone whose mind is just too in the gutter, but to me, it looks pretty accurate. I don't know. Next up at number 9 is Mr. Potato Head having a dirty mouth. It's hard not to fall in love with Mr. and Miss Potato Head. He's such a goofy guy, and seeing them together is just a whole lot of fun. They are the cutest potato couple we've ever seen. If potatoes can find love, so can I. We see them pop up for numerous cameos, but it was his appearance in Toy Story 3 that raised some eyebrows and had some fans questioning the writer's motives. In the third movie, the evil Lotso-huggin' bear turned against the other toys and kept them all locked in a room. Miss Potato Head tries to voice her concerns about what Lotso is doing, but then he steals her mouth so that she can't talk. Being the great husband that he is, Mr. Potato Head comes to her defense and yells, "Hey, nobody takes my wife's mouth except me." Now, in human language, I know exactly what that means. And I know the writers do too. It's a very clever joke for adults, but in a children's movie? Really, Disney? At number 8 is there was a hooker in Toy Story and you didn't even know it. Throughout the Toy Story series, we've fallen in love with the majority of toys we've been introduced to. The only ones that were a little questionable at first were Sid's handmade mutilated toys. In the end, we learned that they were actually really nice, but at first they were kind of terrifying. We got a closer look at 3 of them. One was a bald doll head with a missing eyeball stuck on a mechanical spider type body. The other one was this duck head attached to a man's body with a spring as its legs. And the last one is a pair of Barbie legs attached to a fishing rod with a hook. As a kid, just weird looking toys. But critics online have claimed that this Barbie is a reference to the ladies of the night, if you catch my drift, hence the hook and the pair of legs and heels. Sliding into number 7 spot is one from 101 Dalmatians. Now if this one is true, and it actually is an inappropriate reference, then that's pretty messed up. The film is full of laughs, so you might not have noticed, but one particular joke has fans stunned and left them wondering how it ever made it into the final film. The joke happens in the scene when Roger is talking with Cruella de Vil and he tells her that Anita is pregnant. Being the little wench that she is, she replies with, "Well, what can I say? Accidents happen." I mean, she could have said congratulations, but whatever. Roger responds quickly with, "We're having puppies too." Obviously, he was meaning that their dogs were having puppies, but instead she takes it in a whole different direction and says, "Puppies? Well, haven't you been a busy boy?" Is she making a bestiality joke? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Like, I get it was probably just some innocent humor, but referencing Roger being busy with his pup is just kinda weird. I think that's a little too far, Disney. Too far. In spot number 6 is coming from the movie Wreck-It Ralph. At the start of the movie, we see that Ralph is a little pissed off that no one invited him to his own video game's 30th anniversary party, which is understandable. I would probably be pissed too. But for some reason he decides to take his anger out on Pac-Man. Maybe you never thought too hard about the choice of words he uses towards Pac-Man. He yells, "That cherry chasing dot muncher isn't even part of this game." According to Urban Dictionary, a cherry chaser is, I quote, an adult male chasing a young girl's virginity. As for dot muncher, well, that's just pretty self-explanatory, I think. I mean, I get that Pac-Man eats dots, but I'm sure there were so many other references they could have used rather than cherry chasing dot muncher. Actually, I'm positive that they could have used other words. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Buzz Lightyear gets excited. A different kind of excited than what you're probably thinking. There's a lot of Toy Story examples on this list, so I think we need to narrow down on the creator. Oh wait, it's John Lasseter, the man who just got fired for sexually harassing girls. So now this is starting to make some sense. In Toy Story 2, we were introduced to the cowgirl Jessie, and so were some of the other toys. When Buzz first met her, he couldn't help but flirt with her, but hey, she embraced it and called him the sweetest space toy she's ever met. During the scene, Jessie gets distracted by Andy's dog and chases him outside, but she does it in this really cool badass cowgirl way with some pretty impressive moves. As Buzz watched her go, his wings suddenly pop out and start flashing. What I'm trying to say is Buzz gets a wing boner. And don't even try to convince me that it wasn't the child-friendly way of showing that Buzz got hard for Jessie. It's funny, it's clever, kids would never get it, but yeah. In at number 4 is one from the movie Cars. This one is a more subtle joke until you catch onto it and then you're like, ooh, I see what you did there. During one of the scenes, the main character, Lightning McQueen, gets confronted by some of his biggest fans at the racetrack. The two girls are hardcore groupies and are really excited to see him. They gush over him and they try to get his attention by flashing him. They drive up next to each other and they flash their lights at him. Now I understand they don't have breasts, but their lights are on their chest, seeing as their eyes are on the windshield. This one to me is honestly just funny. They flashed him, but with their car lights, so to me it's more of just like a visual and a technical joke. Kids would never get it. I mean, I didn't even get it, but that doesn't really say much because I am not the brightest crayon on the box. To me, this one is just clever, and it's not too inappropriate. In our third spot is a moment that comes from Miss Piggy. The Muppet character is known for her volatile diva personality. We cannot deny the fact that she is a riot. But she's also a little promiscuous, and it shows through her dirty humor in Muppet Treasure Island. During the scene when Kermit and Miss Piggy reunite, we see that she has found another man. Which is fine, because she's single and she can do whatever she wants. But it's how she describes her new relationship that is a bit disturbing. She says, "He was a pirate, I was a lady." You know the story. Well, Miss Piggy, the only story I know about a lady pirate is one from Urban Dictionary. It's not a good one. According to the dictionary, the meaning of a female pirate is a female who has been sexually assaulted by multiple pirates numerous times but is not actually a pirate. So the stories of pirates and ladies that adults know have nothing to do with a respectful relationship, let alone consent of both parties. Couldn't Miss Piggy have said anything else other than that? Anything at all. Taking over the number 2 spot on our list is another one coming from Cars 2 this time. If you haven't seen the movie, all you need to know about this point on our list is that the bad guys in the movies are lemons. Basically it means they are clunker cars that nobody wants. Throughout the movie they are angry at all the beautiful cars because they are jealous and they just want to see them fail. When their scheming looks like it will go according to plan, the lemons are happy and decide to throw themselves a little party. Yep, the lemons are having a party. A lemon party. With lemon hats and lemon decor everywhere. If you haven't caught on to my reference yet, Google lemon party when you have the chance. And no, I am not talking about Canadian politics. To sum it up briefly in the most appropriate way that I can, lemon party refers to an early shock website that went viral in the early 2000s that featured an image of 3 elderly men having sex. It was meant to be a lemon party prank? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Because you gotta go Google it. Taking the number 1 spot on our list is a sex joke in A Bug's Life. Leave it up to Disney to make a movie about talking bugs and let it be a total box office hit. The 1998 movie was a huge success and was supposed to be family friendly, but one joke in particular has had adults smirking because they caught on to the adult reference. It's a good old classic sex joke. It's aimed towards Francis the ladybug, who everyone thinks is a girl because he gives this really convincing circus performance. While Francis is performing his act on stage, there are 2 fleas watching him. Thinking that he is a girl, one of them shouts out, "Hey cutie, wanna pollinate with a real bug?" The word pollinate really wouldn't ring a bell for most kids, but we as adults know that pollination is the process that plants reproduce. So he's basically asking him to have sex. If only they knew that he was actually a man. Well, we're at the end here, you guys. Let me know what you think of our part 2 list in the comments below and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. For now, I'm going to respond to some of your comments from my part 1 list. We Are Here says the adult jokes are so parents are actually interested in watching these movies with their kids. You know, that's actually a good point. I guess if it's family friendly, there should be entertainment for everyone in the family. Like adults. Dean Winchester says, absolutely love Disney. Oh, so you're one of the people who like this kind of humor. I'm not judging you. Rosalind Gray says, needed a laugh this evening, XXX. Aw, well I'm glad you came to us for the laugh. Fun fact, I have 3 X's as a tattoo. It's 3 kisses for my mom. Just a fun fact for you. Jada Young says, dirty Disney. Yeah, shame on you, dirty Disney. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. That is all the dirty jokes I could find in some Disney movies. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the things before you go. And you can also stay on the screen if you want to keep watching more of our videos. I'm your host Joss. I will see you in a future video. I'm orange. Making me work here doing part 2. I know what that means. Didn't your parents ever tell you not to turn the TV that loud? Hurts your eardrums. This is the research. This is research. This is not me. That's actually funny. It's either the train or the mop man. I hope he hears me.